On the button, George.
Okay.
Powder puff punch and a glass jaw. That's a great combination.
Greetings, people. I come in peace. The Duke. Duke makes some great points. I did disagree with his analysis about Dubois being faster and hits as hard. I still do. But it's hard to argue that point after the catastrophe of the 21st of September. Sorry, I've got to shake my head. Even people who wanted and thought Dubois would win still say AJ wasn't right in his head. The AJ v Dubois bout was always an intriguing matchup, even though I thought, along with most people, that AJ would win it. Why did so many experienced, savvy, seasoned, qualified and professional people think AJ had the right tools for the job? Maybe because he did have the right tools. Physically, AJ's 2 inches taller, with a 4-inch reach advantage. He's more explosive, he punches harder, he's generally faster than Dubois. Admittedly, his latest outing makes a mockery of that statement. But before the 21st, that was a verifiable reality. I believe from what we saw in the past, AJ would have got the job done. He has the experience. He's been on the bigger stage, he's an Olympic gold medalist, for goodness sake. He has quick feet for somebody his size. He's a power puncher, a boxer puncher, and has come off of some decent confident building performances with a new trainer who gives detailed diagnostics, information, breakdowns. What could possibly go wrong? But unfortunately for him, it wasn't enough. Duke said the Anthony Joshua he's seen today has actually regressed, gone backwards. Duke said he was an out-and-out boxer who used to outbox guys and break them down systematically, but he doesn't see AJ doing that now. Well, that's what I thought AJ would do to Dubois, outbox him and break him down. Duke went on to say it was a bad loss and doesn't know whether AJ can come back from it. He believes AJ's punch resistance has gone. He made a good point that the finishing blow wasn't a particularly powerful shot, and I agree with that. It was an accumulation of clean shots that AJ drank that night. Paradoxically, it was him that was open to them and not Daniel. Duke said he needs to go back to basics. And you have to ask, what on earth was going on with his training? Duke said AJ needs some old school training.
Focusing on the defensive is important. So if you've got a guy that wants to crowd you out and chase you all around the ring, that's fine. Don't lose your confidence. And don't lose your discipline and your control. What you do is you punch when you're going back, right? Counter punches, but it doesn't even have to be counter punches. It could be, he doesn't have to even be hitting you. He could be chasing you like this, and you could be going back, hands up here, the guard there as usual, and you could be pinging them, bang, 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 bang and move, hit and move. And the head's moving. Hit! Like this. No, I'm not going forward. I'm going back. And the other one is this. Going back. Bang! Like this. Bang! Bang! I'm going back and I'm picking up points. Bang! Bang! So you don't have to be going forward all the time. You're there again. Everything's done in the blink of an eye. And the speed of the hands is very, very important. So you can't afford to go, bang, I'm tired. I'm showing you I'm tired. And that's giving you the red flag to come for me. No. When you're tired, you're like this. Never show you're tired.
You see, it's not astronautics. My take on the whole thing is seeing how AJ equipped himself in this fight makes me unsettled, a little disturbed, uncertain, even skeptical that AJ can come back strong again. Because his defeat showed a simple-mindedness, a fragility I've not witnessed from him before. I hope it was just an off night. I really do. I think he might be suffering from anxiety or extreme apprehension or something like that. He was incredibly brave in that fight, but he fell apart in that fight also. And as I've said before, it's not that he lost. It's that he turned into a neophyte, a rookie. I still can't believe how green and tender he looked. Roll the dice? Why? Didn't they have any idea what to do next? Plan A should have been to stick and move, throw hurtful long punches as Dubois comes forward, hands up and quick movement of the feet and head, feint and counter, move. It wasn't that difficult to work out. Why didn't he adjust? His hands stayed by his chest. Common sense, self-preservation, introspection in the moment would at least make you put your blinking hands up. AJ was incredibly brave, but without doing the fundamentals, he was like lamb to the slaughter. Food for Dubois. You can't open up early on Daniel. That's when he's the most dangerous. If you watch Evander Holyfield v Larry Holmes, you'll see how Holmes backs up and fights off the ropes as he wasn't as fleet-footed as he used to be, being in his 40s. Yet, gave a good account of himself and lost on points after being hurt in the third round, similar to the way AJ was caught in the first. Notice how Holmes stays defensively responsible after being tagged. But the blueprint for AJ has to be Holmes v Shavers 2, where Larry was dropped hard in the 7th round to survive and rally back to pummel and sicken an exhausted Shavers to a TKO in the 11th round. Daniel wouldn't be able to sustain the way he was fighting if AJ stayed disciplined until Dubois slowed down, which he was doing by the 4th and 5th round. But AJ got too greedy and produced a schoolboy howler, a rare uppercut from distance. If you watch Evander Holyfield v Buster Douglas, Douglas tries to throw an uppercut from distance in the 3rd round, and it ended a split second after with a Holyfield right hand over the top. A clear no-no. Some fighters get away with it, but that's usually a lead uppercut after slipping outside of your opponent. I think it was a rush of blood to the head, maybe. But you have to keep it together in those precious yet precarious moments. I think AJ has to seek redemption. The only fight AJ should have, if at all, is the rematch. If AJ simply keeps his hands up, the fight will go longer, much less implementing the elementary, uncomplicated, universal strategy for dealing with an aggressive brawler.
Elementary, my dear Holmes. Elementary.
Look, AJ must have over 100 million in his back off. He doesn't need to do it if it's not there anymore. He had it, but I suppose the pressure, scrutiny must have been debilitating. I hope he can put things right, at least give a good account of himself. And that doesn't mean being target practice for Daniel Dubois, but being a challenging opponent for Daniel. Could AJ take out Daniel early? That would be appropriate compensation. It's a tall order now. It always was. But now Daniel has got the wind in his sails. I think AJ will not feel comfortable not rectifying his woeful display. He's an accomplished and adept boxer. He has to show more than that. He can do better. But if his head isn't right, then it won't matter. Maybe he should bow out. Just my thoughts. Anyway, thanks for listening. And remember, choose life.